All right. Welcome everybody to once again our weekly hypnosis discussion group. And want to thank you guys for taking part here. Those of you who are watching this on YouTube, I do upload these every week. And what's going to happen is I will make it available for you, the PDF that I'm going to share here. So this is something years ago I first got in touch when Chase Hughes is someone we talk about a lot here. He reached out to me because I talk about mind control. We spoke for a while. He gave me some early access to his first book, The Ellipsis Manual. And in the Ellipsis Manual, I have my autographed copy here. In the Ellipsis Manual, he talks about the 5 traits of authority. And they are confidence, discipline, leadership, gratitude, and enjoyment. And as soon as I read that, and it wasn't a really long, more than a page and a half, it really clicked with me because I had been sort of studying the Green's 33 strategies of war and the 48 laws of power. And what I realized when he talked about those 5 confidence, discipline, leadership, gratitude, and enjoyment, he was really sort of personifying the 48 laws of power. He was personifying all the strategies, the 33 strategies of war. And that sort of clicked with me. What I've noticed now that I'm really sort of jumping deeply into some of his work, Chase Hughes' work, is how incredibly powerful just those things are. And so I want to go over this. These are what he calls the tripwires, not the tripwires, but the blueprint of influence. So I'm going to share my screen with you right now. All right, there we go. So can everyone see this?
Yep.
All right, very good. By the way, I found this, someone designed this, the authority triangle. It's based off Chase Hughes' authority triangle. It's just a different graphic. I have this now as my desktop on the screensaver. So that's what I look at when the computer pops up. And just going over this, what I want you to, we'll go over each of these 5 behaviors of someone with authority. And I just want you to imagine trying them on equally. Imagine someone who has these and how they behave. So the first one is confidence. And confidence is best described as the ability to engage, decide, and act without any need for internal validation. So in other words, there's just a profound feeling that you're safe. And you have a very general understanding that whatever you're in, it's very broadly, very generally going to be okay. And so as I describe that, imagine a person who acts without any concern about it, internal validation, and imagine how you would respond to them. Okay, so let's go to the next one, discipline. Discipline is the ability to follow through, manage time, and execute consistently. The definition Chase Hughes has, which is the best definition I've come across, is valuing your future self over your present self. And what that means is you try to act like your own butler. And I've done this as an experiment, and it works incredibly well. I'll plug my coffee in the morning, and I realize someone last night made coffee for me, but that person was me. And I think, I am so grateful David did that for me. And so I have this sense of gratitude toward my past self. But then in the evening, I'm getting ready for bed and I pour the coffee in and pour the water in, and I know all that David has to do tomorrow is plug it in. And so I'm looking forward in the future to David with a sense of affection and love. And so this whole act of discipline is truly just what it creates is you look toward your future self with affection and you look toward your past self with gratitude. And it all includes the very little things that people tell you to do when you grow up, which is make your bed when you get up in the morning. Don't stay up too late when you have to work. It has to do with being able to lay your clothes out the night before. And the more you do this, the more you start to have this sense of ease and comfort. And you start to organize your environment in a way that you want the inside of your head to look. So now add to this sense of confidence, this sense of discipline. And imagine a person who is confident but has their stuff together. It's like all their external life, their internal life is managed. And imagine how you would respond to that. And the second step is leadership. And that is simply a social skill that allows you to sort of be able to influence and support and guide others. It includes, being very calm but assertive, so you're not being aggressive or bossy. You set very clear boundaries. And the next is gratitude. And gratitude takes a whole lot of forms, but just being grateful for whatever you can focus on in the moment. And the last part is enjoyment. And the enjoyment is just having a generally positive emotional state. Now, what Chase Hughes does for this is he's helping to build people who can be leaders, and many of these people, he's helping them become, well, spies for his government. But I want you to imagine if you were able to take on all of those qualities and just ask yourself, someone who has those qualities managed really well, someone who is confident, disciplined, they demonstrate comfortable leadership, they're grateful, and they're enjoyable. Do you think they are happier than most people? That's the question I want to ask you. What do you think? Do you think they are happier than the other people who don't practice this? And this is an open question.
Yeah, I'd say myself, I'd say it depends in what context they're doing it. If it's in a job that they don't really like, something that they've been
Mhm.
forced into or went down a bit of a path early in the career, then it could, I suppose, make it a bit more bearable as long as they're looking for something else. But if they feel like they're stuck in the rut and they're having to do this sort of thing because the leadership, there might be a manager who's been forced into it.
Yeah.
There might be more of a yellow personality, which is a really caring type, being put in the red personality, which is
Yeah.
the boss and leadership thing. They probably might still have that knowing away inside of them that saying like this isn't really me, so they might not be getting the full fulfillment out of it when all they really
Okay.
need to do is maybe a career change, perhaps.
Okay. Uh, Imagine the same person with all those qualities compared to someone else. Are they happier than the other people who are just grumbling about their job? They have gratitude, enjoyment, they're disciplined, they have a sense of confidence. Yet by comparison, they are generally happier than most people. But Chase Hughes didn't really intend, as far as I could tell, to make this a self-improvement product. That's just the byproduct of it, which I think is really fascinating. So what I have done is I make this a point. I share this with my clients on about second the second hypnosis session, and I use it regularly with those people I do executive coaching with. And what I find, it has they often have their own excuses, and we talk about that, the challenges that they face. But as a general rule, as they practice these, as they start to bring them into their life, they do have a much broader general sense of well-being about their life. They handle stress a lot easier. They face challenges with a calm as opposed to a panic. And in fact, one of the, in that, let's share that again. In that document, this is only one side of the behavior, the authority triangle. The effects, the unconscious tripwires that other people notice are first, their movement is slower. They have a generally positive appearance. They demonstrate confidence, and they have a deeper connection with other people. And on top of that, they tend to have much more of their environment, their time, their appearance, their social interactions, and their finances in control. So just imagine what I'm saying is, even someone in the shittiest life circumstances is willing to practice this. And this is not something you're born with. This is a skill that you learn. Someone who has taken this on as a skill set, who has practiced it so they have it as a skill within them, even in the crappiest situations, they're going to be first, generally happier, and second, much, much more resilient. So if you are working with clients, if you have hypnosis clients or coaching clients or employees, this would be of value. Just sit down and talk to them about it. And again, I'm sharing it with you. Did I drag and drop it into the chat? I don't think I did. Let me do that right now.
No, you didn't.
All
Yeah, I
right,
don't see it.
here we go. Drag and drop. Not really, not yet. One more time. Oh, I see. I've got to make it. There we go. It's got to be in the chat. I was trying to drag it into the AI. There we go. Okay. So that should be uploading for you. Anyone who's listening to this on YouTube, I will make this available in the link below. If you have questions, feel free to contact me. I'm going to encourage anyone who looks into Chase Hughes's work is likely to positively benefit. So I'm just going to hand that out to you. That's not a paid endorsement. It's just something I've noticed. Anyone here, Peter, Graham, Ann, anyone have any last comments, observations, or questions?
Yes, I have a question. One of them is be comfortable with making people wait.
Mm-hmm.
And under most circumstances, I look at making people wait for you as being disrespectful to their time.
I agree with you. The condition is that they have to wait. They really do have to wait. So you can remind them, look, I understand your time's important, and I'm going to have you wait for 5 minutes. So it doesn't mean you force people to wait, but you're comfortable with it when it's required.
Okay,
It's
that
also a level
clarifies
set in
things.
the beginning, isn't it?
It's also what?
A level set. It's like, you're giving them a set point. Yeah, I will be with you in 5 minutes. So
Yeah.
it creates a sense of anticipation as well.
No, that's a good observation. It does. It does. Very good. All right. That's a good question, Ann. I'm glad you asked. Questions, comments, any other observations here that are relevant? All right. Well, I want to thank you guys very much. And yes, there is Peter
Yes.
dragged and dropped in the Hughes self-assessment assessment matrix. That is available online if you find it. It is an incredible tool to measure where you stand on all of these traits. And I like to point out, you never have to start off or be perfect at it. If you just pay attention to it, you get good at it. So I tell people to, if you're going to measure these things, end of the day, evaluate yourself on a 1 to 10 scale, and just know that you've set a standard, and the next day you're going to try harder and do better. And it's by paying attention to it that you really get the benefit, not by doing it perfectly. All right. Anyone else? Okay. This has been fun. I want you to take this, use it, apply it, be really good at it. If you have any questions, feel free to call me. We will meet next week, the very same time. Because you're here, you're not somewhere else. I want to thank you for that sacrifice. It's been great talking with you. We will meet again. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you for
Thank
taking
you.
the time to arrange this. Thank you, David.
Thank you, Peter, Graham, and thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Where did Alex go to?
Have a good
Oh,
weekend, everyone.